Super Saiyan God. Super Saiyan God, Supa Saiyajin Godo, is a Saiyan transformation that grants the user godly ki, providing them with a power boost beyond Super Saiyan 3 and its predecessors. It is initially obtained through a ritual involving 6 righteous Saiyans or special divine training. Trained users can further combine this form with the first Super Saiyan transformation, attaining the more powerful Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan Rose form, depending on the user's status and ki. Concept and creation. According to interviews with the Battle of Gods character designer, Tadayoshi Yamamuro, the original concept for Super Saiyan God had the form being more muscular, wearing a cape, and with a hairstyle in between Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4. The series' original author, Akira Toriyama, came up with a picture of Super Saiyan God that was completely different than Yamamuro's own initial muscular, cloaked and probably golden hair design. They went back and forth like this a bit before settling on the final design, and Toriyama was insistent on the form not being too different from Goku's regular appearance, specifically not being really muscular. The Super Saiyan God form. The Super Saiyan God is the legend among legends of the warrior race, the Saiyans. The power of 6 good-hearted Saiyans must be infused for one of them to achieve this legendary form. As Shinron explains to the Dragon Team and Company, a Super Saiyan God once appeared on planet Vegeta to stop the evil Saiyans, but he failed because of the form's time limit. The Namekians were aware of the Super Saiyan God and wrote of the method to achieve the form in their Book of Legends. When in this form, the Saiyans' general appearance has only slight differences. The most notable change is the slight pink skin tone, similar to the usage of Fury, and hair that is a shade of red. In this form, Goku possesses magenta red hair, identical to his fur as a Super Saiyan 4, while Vegeta possesses crimson red hair. The hair retains its natural style but becomes more refined, losing any stray hairs. The Saiyans' eyes become more detailed, and the irises become red, appearing as more relaxed even in battle until sufficiently angered. The overall body structure appears to become younger and thinner in frame and build, though this is not the case for the future warrior and Shallot, as their musculature stays the same in their Super Saiyan God forms. The aura of the Super Saiyan God resembles a raging fire. A Saiyan becomes cool-headed when in this form. The ritual. In Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Gods, the ritual is needed in order to achieve the Super Saiyan God transformation. It requires 5 righteous Saiyans to perform and a 6th Saiyan to channel the ritual and key into each as Super Saiyan. But the ritual instructions are easy to misinterpret as only requiring 5 Saiyans, which is why it failed the first time Goku attempted it, although it did temporarily increase Goku's power. 6 righteous Saiyans hold hands in a circle and transfer their ki into the Saiyan who is becoming the Saiyan God. After this process, a blue fiery aura will appear throughout the circle, signifying the ritual is working. The Saiyan who is becoming the Super Saiyan God will ascend and transform into the actual form. In Dragon Ball Super, to perform the ritual, the 6 righteous Saiyans gather in a circle, all holding hands in the process. The selected Saiyan to ascend will have the 2 Saiyans next to the target place their palms on the user's back, while the user faces away from the group. Next, instead of concentrating their ki into the body, they must pour their heart, inner light in the dub, into them. Blue aura appears around the group, shrouding each individual in the ritual. If done correctly, a yellow flame-like beam emitting from the group in the dub, Beerus states it to be divine energy shoots up into the sky, and golden-colored clouds start to emerge. They began to spread across the blue sky, eventually covering it completely after a few minutes. The sea changes into a golden hue as well, becoming violent and forming huge whirlpools. At this point, the user begins to experience a significant amount of pain. A blue aura starts to appear from one of the Saiyans, eventually transferring it into the Saiyan who is about to become God through the other 5 Saiyans. After this, another beam shoots up from the one who absorbed the blue aura, which causes some of the clouds to dissipate and leave an enormous hole. The weather rapidly changes over and over in a matter of seconds, changing from rain, to hail, to a thunderstorm, to clear, during which a few days appear to pass, to snow, and clear again. The user rises up and becomes a pinkish-red silhouette of themselves. Next, the user becomes a shadowy figure, before emitting a huge light and appearing again in their natural form. The end result is the user's ascension into the Super Saiyan God form. As shown by the ritual that allowed Goku to achieve the form, Earthling/Saiyan hybrids or even female Earthlings pregnant with a partial Saiyan child can take part in the ritual if there are not enough pure Saiyans available, as Vegeta, Goku, and Tarbell were the only known surviving pure Saiyans in Universe 7 at the time, and Tarbell himself was unavailable at the time the ritual was performed. If a pregnant female Earthling takes part in the ritual, their hair will change color and cause them to briefly take on Super Saiyan-like form despite not being Saiyans themselves. Presumably this form is the result of them being pregnant with a Saiyan child and or a side effect of them taking part in the ritual. In the Dark King Mechikabura saga, Xeno Goku, Xeno Vegeta, Xeno Gohan, Xeno Goten and Xeno Pan unintentionally performed the ritual on Xeno Trunks to turn him into a Super Saiyan God. While giving him energy, they were unaware of the ritual's existence due to the Dragon Team never experiencing the events of the God of Destruction Beerus saga in the Xeno World timeline. In the anime, doing the Super Saiyan God ritual can drain a participant's energy. Gohan and Goten notably couldn't fly because they used most of their energy during the ritual. In the anime, it is said that Super Saiyan God can be achieved without the ritual as Vegeta did during his training with Whis. In the Tournament of Time, Charlotte aims to do the ritual with Cabba, Caulifla, Teen Gohan, Teen Future Trunks and an additional pure-hearted Saiyan. Kale was originally going to be the fifth but lost too much energy defending Caulifla from Super Buu. Goku instead takes her place, which allows the ritual to be completed and Charlotte to become a Super Saiyan God. In Xenoverse 2, though the ritual is not shown, it is referenced when the future warrior makes the wish from Shenron to acquire the skill. Shenron informs them that they must strengthen their bond with 5 Saiyans, and when their hearts beat as one, they shall become a Super Saiyan God. To acquire the skill, the future warrior must max their friendship out with 5 Saiyan mentors, these mentors being Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Gotenks and Pan. Once they have done this, they will return to Beerus, and he will grant them the Super Saiyan God skill. Unique traits. Unlike the fighting style of a Super Saiyan Blue, which is more about bulldozing an opponent with brute force, the unique fighting style of Super Saiyan God focuses on predicting and dodging opponents' blows and prioritizes godly techniques over raw power. This form possesses the aura of a god. It allows the user to sense and possesses godly ki, which can only be sensed by those who know how, while simultaneously preventing most entities from sensing the user. Godly techniques displayed exclusively in this form by a mortal Saiyan include absorbing and thus nullifying enemy attacks after contact, and using its aura for paralyzing foes and self-healing. A user of this form also gains the ability to focus excessive power in their palms to release invisible power blasts. Using the autonomous Ultra Instinct ability in conjunction with this state makes it more accurate compared to usage in base form. Usage and power. At the time of its debut, Super Saiyan God was a being that surpasses everything. The power of this form is great enough to allow Goku to compete against the non-fully powered God of Destruction Beerus, who effortlessly defeated Super Saiyan 3 Goku, later the combined effort of Potential Unleashed Gohan, Potential Unleashed Super Saiyan Gohan in the original movie, Good Buu, Piccolo, Android 18, Tien Shinhan, and Gotenks, Super Saiyan in the movie, Super Saiyan 3 in the manga, and base form in the anime, and even a one-on-one assault from an enraged Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. In the anime, the sheer power of Goku and Beerus' fists colliding sent powerful ripples throughout the universe, with Old Kai commenting that just 3 punches could wipe out everything in the universe without proper control. The Broly light novel notes that Super Saiyan God possesses a far superior dimension of power compared to the regular Super Saiyan form. This powerful form, however, has drawbacks. It requires some time for the user to fully tap into its power and it drains the user's energy reserves fairly quickly. Super Saiyan God also has a short time limit, to which it will seamlessly disappear. However, even after Goku's time limit ran out, his actual power did not decrease, allowing him to continue fighting the God of Destruction in Super Saiyan godlike level in his base and Super Saiyan forms. Beerus speculated that from Goku's experience and adapting to the feel of Super Saiyan God, he was instinctively able to imprint on it, allowing him to subconsciously access its power to an extent, seemingly negating the power drain. After his battle with Beerus, Goku continued to work in its residual effect and ultimately mastered this form's power. Later, Goku and Vegeta displayed the ability to transform into this form at will with its full capacities and no known time limit, to which, in the manga, was noted to possess a power greater than a Super Saiyan Blue at less than 10% power. In his Super Saiyan God state, he is a match for Hit at full power. During the final fight against Goku Black and future Zamasu, Vegeta was able to attain the form and access it at will much like Goku. The two Saiyans also revealed that in addition to mastering this form, it is also able to overcome the stamina issue associated with Super Saiyan Blue. So essentially this form is able to be used to supplement Super Saiyan Blue, by changing between the two forms in an instant. This is done because Whis states Super Saiyan God is much faster than Super Saiyan, with Super Saiyan God used for motion and stamina and Super Saiyan Blue for attacking and defending. By doing this, Vegeta was able to keep up his stamina much easier than Goku Black, being able to keep up with him and gain the upper hand later in their fight. Goku noted that this could only be accomplished through extreme training. This also happens in the anime, presumably through the same process, in the Tournament of Power when Goku teamed up with the assassin Hit. Whis reveals that Super Saiyan God is Goku's second fastest form and uses far less stamina than Super Saiyan Blue, which was why he used it against Dispo, only using Blue for defense or occasional attacking. While Goku was still slower than Dispo, he possessed enough speed to read his movements and counter him by powering up to Super Saiyan Blue for a brief moment to attack. Using this, Goku was able to effectively fight back and push back Dispo until Hit took over in his place. It is shown in Dragon Ball Minus that the legend of the Super Saiyan God was one of the reasons why the tyrant Frieza committed the genocide of the Saiyans. 39 years before the events of the God of Destruction Beerus saga, the Oracle Fish foretold the appearance of a Super Saiyan God to Beerus the Destroyer. This revelation is what hastens the Destroyer God's awakening in the film and the genesis of the events of Battle of Gods. Goku utilizes the Dragon Balls to ask Shenron how to reach the Super Saiyan God form in order to battle with Beerus. The dragon reveals that they need the power of 6 righteous Saiyans for one of them to reach the form. The form gives Goku the power to resist Beerus, but, in the movie, he reverts back to his base form, Super Saiyan in the anime, due to the form's time limit. However, he learns the form's godlike feeling, which allows him to use Super Saiyan God's power against Beerus even in his regular Super Saiyan form. Goku initially hated Super Saiyan God because he could only reach that level of power with everyone else's help rather than on his own, so Goku feels content becoming able to fight at a level not too far removed from Super Saiyan God all on his own. The two seem to be equally strong at some point with Goku having an edge, but Beerus eventually wins when he uses his Sphere of Destruction in an attempt to take down Goku. Goku is able to stop Beerus' energy sphere, barely holding it back, and then he briefly transforms to Super Saiyan God once again and outputs a large amount of energy to dispel the massive sphere. In the manga, Goku never reverts to his Super Saiyan or base form, he stays Super Saiyan God throughout the entire fight with no mention of him absorbing that power. Before he runs out of power, Goku destroys Beerus' energy sphere with a Limit Breaker Kamehameha. In every version of the story, the fight ends with Goku completely exhausted and Beerus spares the planet, impressed by the Saiyans' potential. Beerus states that the Super Saiyan God was not that strong, and the Oracle Fish's prediction was a little exaggerated. Beerus then claims he is too worn out from his fight with Goku to destroy the Earth, and he later states that Goku and Vegeta, who says will also become a Super Saiyan God next time, may become truly formidable one day. In the movie, Whis claims Beerus used 70% of his power against Super Saiyan God Goku. Later, in the Dragon Ball Super manga, during the semi-final match of the Tournament of Destroyers, it is revealed that Goku can now access this form under his own will instead of performing the ritual, being able to power up further as a Super Saiyan to access the form. This form proves to be stronger than Vegeta's weakened Super Saiyan Blue form, allowing Goku to repel Hit's time skip and overpower the assassin, choosing not to go straight to his own Super Saiyan Blue form in order to save stamina. Hit responds by using his full power, which only could last a minute, to close the gap between them and appears to freeze Goku in time. However, Goku simply transforms into a Super Saiyan Blue, making him stronger than Hit once more and completely negating his time skip. After the return of Future Trunks and during Goku's sparring match against him, Goku used this form for a brief instant, although it was off-panel, powering up to it from a Super Saiyan 3 to dodge Future Trunks' attack and knock him down from behind with a single kick to his head. Later, in the Dragon Ball Super manga, when fighting against Goku Black and Future Zamasu for the second time, Vegeta showcases the ability to transform into a Super Saiyan God at will, just like Goku can. The two Saiyans also reveal to have the ability to switch back and forth between Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan Blue in an instant. This enables them to move around as a Super Saiyan God and attack and defend as a Super Saiyan Blue, allowing for more concentrated and powerful attacks while heavily minimizing received damage. Vegeta's usage of this tactic managed to overwhelm Super Saiyan Rose Goku Black. Shin recognizes it as the strategy Goku used when he fought Hit in the Tournament of Destroyers. However, while Goku only went blue once, Vegeta is doing it numerous times, and his power hasn't dropped at all. When Goku uses the Evil Containment Wave to seal away Future Zamasu, who is invulnerable to physical damage, he discovers that he had left the talisman at Kame House, allowing the Immortal God to escape from his sealing jar. To fight the enraged Future Zamasu, Goku becomes a Super Saiyan God, noting that after using the Evil Containment Wave, he doesn't have enough stamina to endure his blue form, but he should be more than powerful enough to defeat the corrupt god. Goku swiftly dodges Future Zamasu's paralysis, landing powerful blows on him, ignoring his claims that he is immortal. While Goku overwhelms Future Zamasu, he notes to him that Vegeta is about to finish his fight with Black, and asks him what he expects to do by himself, taunting him that Black is using him. When Goku pushes Future Zamasu back, the Immortal Core person angrily confronts Black about having obstacles in their path. Vegeta plans to finish the two off while they are bickering, but Black calms Future Zamasu down and reminds him about their last resort, before taking off his Potera. Goku immediately recognizes what he plans to do and tries to tell Vegeta to finish them off, before trying to attack them himself. However, the two deities dodge the attack and merge into fused Zamasu. As Goku and Vegeta are about to attack, fused Zamasu suddenly moves behind them, easily defeating them with punches to the stomach hard enough for the duo to lose their Super Saiyan God forms and revert down to normal. In the manga version of the Xeno Expo, Goku and Toph fight each other to demonstrate a mortal battle as the God of Destruction Battle Royale was too intense for the two Xenos to enjoy. The Xenos find Goku's transformations to be cool and Whis instructs Goku to use all of his transformations in front of the Omni Kings. After all of his regular Super Saiyan forms, including Super Saiyan 3, prove useless against the Pride Trooper, Goku remarks that he has no choice but to transform again but warns him that now he will be on an entirely different level before transforming into a Super Saiyan God. The other gods of destruction are shown to be impressed by Goku's new power. Toph remarks that Goku possesses divine power now and suitably powers up with the aura of a god as well. The battle resumes and Goku flies up into the air to dodge one of Toph's attacks, but the Grand Minister warns him that flying is prohibited. This distracts Goku, who is unable to dodge another attack, almost knocking him off the stage. The battle between the two becomes relatively even and the two Xenos are amazed at the fight. Once again, Beerus orders Goku to transform further again and finish off his opponent. Goku complies by becoming a perfected Super Saiyan Blue. Goku uses this form again during the Tournament of Power in a battle against Dispo and Kansai while teaming up with Hit after seeing him struggle. Afterward, when Goku was measuring Jiren's power, he briefly transformed to Super Saiyan God, though all his swift blows were blocked by Jiren using just one finger. The transformation saw yet another use when Goku took on both Kale and Caulifla and proved powerful enough to allow Goku to be in complete control of their battle, even though Kale had just perfected her Berserker state, making her even more powerful than before. The difference in raw power was so great that Goku, while not fully powered up, could resist a close-range full-powered blast from Kale's controlled state with no harm whatsoever, with the Supreme Kai deeming Goku to be in a different league from them. Once the two Universe 6 Scions fused into Kefla, however, even the fused warrior's base form was able to eclipse Goku with little effort. After Agnalasa is born and starts attacking Team Universe 7, Goku uses this form before ascending to Super Saiyan Blue again. In Dragon Ball Super, Broly, Vegeta uses the Super Saiyan God form to easily dispatch base Broly after his regular Super Saiyan form is overwhelmed. However, once Broly achieves his wrathful form, he turns the tables on Vegeta, although the latter still survives with only minor injuries from Broly's attacks. Goku in this form shows greater power and skill by being able to fight reasonably even with Broly and even restrain him up until Broly further powers up in his wrathful form, at which point Broly easily overpowers and badly beats Goku, although he quickly regains consciousness and stands up, albeit with difficulty. Realizing he needs more strength, Goku transforms into Super Saiyan Blue. Later, during the first conflict against Moro on New Namek, Vegeta resorted to use this form when the regular Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2 forms proved unable to make headway through Moro's telekinetic powers. Vegeta was able to easily steer clear through Moro's special moves at the same time dispelling his various psychic throw attacks, quickly closing the distance between them to land some good blows forcing the wizard to retreat and employ his magic to manipulate the planet's life energy, sending it towards Vegeta to overwhelm and catch him off guard. Still Vegeta was able to easily sustain some damage and withstand the pressure long enough to make Moro talk. Seconds later Vegeta powers up even further again, tilting the tide in his favor once more. While facing a horde of Galactic Patrol prisoners, perfected Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta power down to Super Saiyan God when Moro starts to absorb their energy. Goku attempts to charge Moro, but is quickly reverted to Super Saiyan 3 by Moro's sapping ability and punched away by Sagambo. Vegeta, whose strength is also being sapped, begins to struggle and reverts to normal. During a sparring match with Meruz to gauge his power, Goku relentlessly attacks the Galactic Patrolman but is unable to land a blow, even as a Super Saiyan 3, due to the agent being an angel and a user of Ultra Instinct. Annoyed, Goku upscales to Super Saiyan God and his increased power causes the training room to start breaking apart, forcing Goku and Meruz to stop the session. During the Granola the Survivor Saga, Goku uses Super Saiyan God to combat a clone of the titular antagonist, Granola. The Saiyan also uses Ultra Instinct in conjunction with the form to keep up with the clone's incredible assault. Vegeta surmises that combining Ultra Instinct with a Super Saiyan form increases its accuracy and effectiveness. However, Granola lands a pressure point attack that cripples Goku and drops him out of his God state. Variations and advanced levels. Super Saiyan in the movie and anime, Goku displays the ability to utilize the Super Saiyan God power in his regular Super Saiyan form following his battle with Beerus. Saiyan Beyond God, the result of a Saiyan becoming able to use the raw power of Super Saiyan God without having to actually transform into the form itself. Hybrid forms. Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, a hybrid Super Saiyan form which is the result of a Saiyan combining the power of Super Saiyan God with the first Super Saiyan form. The color of the resulting form differs depending on whether the user is mortal or an actual deity when obtaining the form. Super Saiyan Blue. This form is the result of a mortal Saiyan combining the Super Saiyan God form or the power of Super Saiyan God with the first Super Saiyan form. The first Super Saiyan form can naturally lead into this form when a Saiyan achieves a high enough power. In World Mission, the hybrid Saiyan Beat is able to achieve it in a manner akin to the Super Saiyan God ritual, albeit in his case he receives power from his 7 Earthling teammates rather. Perfected Super Saiyan Blue. The state where the user has learned to harness the full power of Super Saiyan Blue for an extended period of time. It only appears in the manga. Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. The powering up of the Super Saiyan Blue state via the application of the Kaioken. Super Saiyan God SS evolved the result of a Saiyan evolving their Super Saiyan Blue form by breaking their limit, achieving a form far more powerful than Super Saiyan Blue. Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, Berserk, the result of a Super Saiyan Blue being powered up by the evil aura from an evil Saiyan. Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, Controlled Berserk, the state that a Super Saiyan Blue Berserk manages to overcome the evil aura and transform it into their own power. Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Barrier, a state of the Super Saiyan Blue enhanced by Vegeto's Saiyan Shield. Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, Universe Tree Power, a power-up achieved when a standard Super Saiyan Blue absorbs the power of the Universe Tree. Super Saiyan Rose. This form is a divine incarnation of the first Super Saiyan form in the Dragon Ball Super anime, while in the Dragon Ball Super manga and most other media, this form is the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan form of a Saiyan with divine status. Super Saiyan Rose 2, the divine equivalent of the Super Saiyan 2 transformation. Super Saiyan Rose 3, the divine equivalent of the Super Saiyan 3 transformation. Super Saiyan Rose, full power, the final and most powerful variant of the Super Saiyan Rose form. God Broly, the Saiyan God form achieved by the legendary Super Saiyan Broly.
If you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later, bye bye.